They say greetings are small things, just words, just a little noise we make as we pass each other. But in the community where I grew up, greetings were much more than that. They were how people knew you were alive, how they knew you mattered. This is a story about a day when one person stopped greeting and what happened after. Kofi used to greet everyone. Every single morning, you'd hear his voice. Good morning, Annie. Good morning, Uncle. He even greeted the children just like his parents taught him. It was part of the rhythm of the compound, like the crowing of the rooster or the smell of breakfast cooking. But as Kofi got older, life started to feel heavy. There was the stress from work, the constant worry about money. His phone was always in his hand, a world of problems and distractions right there in his palm. One day, as he walked through the compound, a thought crossed his mind. Why am I even doing this? Why am I greeting all these people every single day? He thought to himself, do these greetings put food on my table? Do they help me pay my bills? And just like that, he stopped. He walked right past his neighbors. No greeting. The next day, it was the same story. The next week, still nothing. His head was always down, earphones plugged in, making a straight line to his room. The world outside his door just faded away. At first, people in the compound were confused. They made excuses for him. Oh, maybe he didn't see me. Perhaps he's just tired from work. But as days turned into weeks, the confusion turned into whispers. The narrative began to change. He's become proud now, some would say. That city education has entered his head. He thinks he's better than all of us. The old women who used to call his name affectionately stopped. The men who would give him a respectful nod as he passed just looked through him. The children who once ran up to him with smiles and laughter now stayed away. The compound grew quiet whenever Kofi was around. It wasn't because people hated him. Kofi noticed the silence, of course, but he told himself he didn't care. People talk too much anyway. He'd mutter under his breath. I don't owe anyone a greeting, but deep down, in a place he didn't want to admit existed, something felt wrong. The compound, which once felt like home, now felt cold, lonely, but his pride was a stubborn thing, and it kept him silent. Then came the turning point. One evening, Kofi was coming home late. A heavy rain was falling, turning the ground to mud and cloaking the compound in darkness. As he was walking, his foot slipped on a wet patch. He fell, and fell badly. A sharp, searing pain shot through his leg. He tried to stand up, but he couldn't. The pain was too much. He called out for help. His voice was swallowed by the sound of the rain. He shouted again, louder this time. Still nothing. Everyone was inside their rooms, seeking shelter from the storm. The very same people he had been ignoring for weeks. They were just a few feet away, but they felt a million miles away. Finally, an old man, one of the elders in the compound, heard a faint cry. He came out with a lantern, his face etched with concern. When he saw Kofi lying there on the ground, soaked and in pain, he rushed to help him up. As he supported Kofi's weight, he said gently, "My son, we heard a noise, but we didn't know it was you. We thought you didn't want to be seen." Those words, they hurt more than the fall. That night, lying in his bed, Kofi couldn't sleep. The physical pain in his leg was nothing compared to the ache in his heart. He realized something profound. Greetings weren't just noise. They were about connection. When you greet someone, you are sending a message. You're saying, I see you. I respect you. We belong to the same community. When he stopped greeting, people didn't get angry and fight with him. They simply stepped back and gave him the space he seemed to be asking for. They let him become the stranger he was pretending to be. He saw the same Annie he used to pass every day without a word. He took a breath, paused, and then said softly, "Good morning, Annie." The woman looked up, surprised. A moment of silence passed, and then a warm, genuine smile spread across her face. "Good morning, my son," she replied. It was a small exchange, just a few words, but it felt right. It felt like coming home. That day, he greeted everyone. It was a little awkward at first, a bit slow, but it was honest. And as he did, he felt something change. It wasn't the compound that changed. It was him. You see, a simple good morning might not pay your bills. It won't solve all your problems, but it builds bridges, invisible bridges that connect us to one another. And you never know when you might need to cross one. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more.